Question. I don't know.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Good morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. This is your girl, Reese, aka the best that ever did it. What? And I want to say grand rising to everyone. Grand rising. This is day 2 of 2024. And unfortunately, there has already been several shootings and fatality. And it's only day 2. Woo! I got to Google to see how many people passed just that quick. And I want to give the condolences to my family. My father lost his nephew. I just found this out. So to the Harris family, you have my condolences. Tyrone Harris, rest in peace. I want to throw that out there. Okay, this book right here, Shades of Blue. This is some good goodness for those of y'all who supported me on New Year's Eve. I sold a few copies of this book. I want to thank you all. But this is a good book right here. I'm telling you. Shades of Blue by A.M. Morning. Get it. Get it right along with your jar or your lemonade or your smoothie. That sea moss will do your body good. I hear a lot of great stuff about the sea moss. I know a lot of great stuff about the sea moss. So get on it. Got the vitamins and minerals, 92, which the body needs. It got 102, but 92 of the 102 the body needs, Daily supplements, you can't go wrong, right? But you can't take too much. So you got to be careful with your consumption and don't overdo it. Take the recommended dosage and you'll be fine. Because it has iodine in it along with a lot of the other minerals. And some people, if you're allergic to iodine, me, I am allergic to iodine, but I still could take my sea moss. I take my vitamins every other day, my sea moss. Yes, and it's good and delicious. That's all I'm saying. I know y'all probably say, where's her energy? Where's her zeal? Where is her? All of that is Turn Up Tuesday, time to turn up. Child, let me tell you. Everybody know that everybody don't know. I'm starting my body on a new schedule, a different regime. I got up this morning early. I didn't even exercise this morning. Not to lose weight, but to get in shape. There's a difference. But if I happen to lose weight while I'm trying to gain my energy back, then hey, it is, that's what it is, right? So I get up early this morning, 5:45. Didn't even have no coffee, no nothing. Drunk a glass of water, drank 8 ounces of water, right? Put my workout clothes on, did my little workout. Then I came back and sit Molly the everything for the show, our little clips and all of that. Next thing I know, I could have sworn I was sending him stuff. I don't remember. I don't remember nothing else to like 9:30, and I'm jumping up like, Hope Jody Blow. What, I must have blacked out or passed out for 2 damn hours. So I got to get used to this stuff. Waking up early, going to bed early, all of that stuff, yada, 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 and everything in between. And I even had to change the rotation in which I take my medication. I was tired yesterday. When I finally was able to get some shut eye, I slept the whole night through, uninterrupted. I think I was talking to my Aunt Pam when I fell asleep. I don't know. But it was one of those days, y'all. It was one of those, my body got to get used to it. I don't know. My algorithm is off. My circadian rhythm is off. But it's off, and I'm like, wow. So, woo! So it's going to be a challenge even getting it to shift. And I'm like, damn, because I fell asleep when I was doing something. I was in the middle of working. And I was like, and that bothers me. That bothers me because I try to make the most out of every minute in the day that I'm given. I realized over the weekend, because I had the thing going and everything, I didn't sleep over the weekend. And y'all know I get crazy when I don't sleep for a couple of days. That's what it was. So gearing up to the New Year's Eve party, I didn't sleep Saturday. And then Sunday, I only had like 4 hours maybe. But then I did the New Year's Eve party, which I was up the whole while and everything because I was on my feet so much. And I didn't have any tennis shoes on. I forgot my tennis shoes. I had to deal with swollen legs come New Year's Day, and I was, dealing with a little pain, little sciatic, acting up for doing for being on your feet and all that stuff. So, yeah, your girl is getting in shape. I got to get in shape to get in shape. I got to get my mind right. I got to get on the schedule. I got to get the ticking and talking so my tick don't talk or my talk don't tick when it need to be. Y'all know what I'm saying. I got to get in the rhythm of this new thing that I'm trying to do, right? Like I said, I'm trying to gain my strength back. I'm trying to gain my endurance back. And I'm trying to gain muscle mass back. And it's going to be challenging for myself, but I'm up to the challenge. Okay, let's see who's banging with us early in the morning. Good morning. Oh, it's not early, is it? See my mind. Ooh, good morning, Molly. Good morning, DJ Slicky Woo Boo. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Come on in and get some of this goodness. Molly, set up the reels. Let's roll it down for the people. Without any hesitation or demonstration, we're going to set the reels up. And again, I want to send a big thank you to all the comedians that participated in the New Year's celebration, New Year's Eve celebration on Sunday. Again, if I close my eyes and go down the lineup, I see the contractor. I see the contractor. I see my girl Brenda Joy, which made it a joyous occasion. That's wonderful for the Wolfpack. Oh, Brenda. Then we have Dewar Shabazz, Mr. Shabazz doing his thing. He's funny. He got dark humor, but he is hilarious. And we have my boy JoJo Baby was in the house. JoJo. And of course, Lee was in there cutting the damn fool, Lee. And then I want to thank Mr. Colton Morrell. That's my big teddy bear. That's my new Luther. We lost the old Luther, but I love Colton. He's funny. And then we have my anchor, my boy Philip Page, anchoring it and holding it down. Thank you, Philip. He's awesome. That's right. So hopefully I'll be able to do some more things with these guys, more to come, because everybody was awesome, which was great. And if I get a show where I can provide the entertainment, that's gonna be my go-to. I'm gonna go to them first, boom, because they was loyal and they showed up. So shouts out to them and to Just, an awesome MC. He did his thing. Just came by, performed some new music for the group. It turned out to be a very beautiful event on that auspicious occasion. It was very wonderful. Molly, you ready for the video? We set it up. Good morning, stepdaddy.
Morning.
Stepdaddy. Good morning, Lee. You just in time to watch the first video reel that we got. I was just telling people. Yeah, I was just telling the people that on my new trying to balance my new life for my new regime to try to do something with myself. Got to get used to time management. Going to bed a certain time and waking up a certain time to make sure I get my proper rest and to make sure my body is oxygenated. Make sure you got to breathe, eat, and rest. And, and of course, so I can move. I think maybe that's why I fell back to sleep, because I was a little tired after my little 20-minute workout this morning. And I wasn't doing that, but doing the muscles, the rolling of the shoulder and the stretches and the bends and stuff. I was trying to get this work in the arms, the lungs, the stomach, the heart. Certain exercise is for arms. Certain exercise help pump the blood to certain body organs. And I got that from Blue Phoenix, by the way, what the exercise do what. So I was doing that. Well, waiting for Molly to do that. Molly was working out with me. Molly, you fall asleep? Where you at, baby? Where the reels at, Molly? Molly Mall. So that's what we waiting for. Set them up, Molly. So that's what we're doing. How are you this morning?
Man, I'm tired.
You was working out too?
I worked out all weekend. Sheesh, I should have stayed my butt home yesterday. But I'm trying to make sure I got things together for the next couple of weeks. But it's hard.
Who tell? What's going on, Lee?
Trying to set up for another show.
Oh, okay. Y'all hear that? Another show coming.
And trying to get commitments. It's hard enough to get a motherfucker. You can't get no people to commit. It's hard to get people to commit. I mean, it's like pulling teeth. It's like pulling teeth from a rhinoceros. But I think I got a nice lineup. I think I do. I just gotta go. I have to go see two people because they're hosts themselves. So yeah. I got one. I got another. They host their own rooms.
Oh, okay. And you want them to come and do your thing. See, it's different when you're doing a commitment, because when you're asking somebody to give of themselves and their time free, sometimes they're not free if they're not doing anything to give that. But when you're hiring somebody, it's a little easier to hire them than to ask them to come and do like a benefit.
Yes. So it's if they just want the exposure and to work out, sometimes I mean, honestly, I like to just go tell the jokes that I can tell.
See, that's the open mic. That
I'm saying I like to go and just tell some jokes and be it done. But to host it there's a lot into to hosting.
Mhm.
I look at the work you put in to do your show. You
Which
know,
one? This one or the one before?
all of your morning Mac shows.
Oh, the
You
Morning Mac show. You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about you meant the ones that we host, because the one in July, I ended up doing more than hosting. You know that one, because I had to do the lights, the sound, the stage.
yeah.
Doing all of that. That was more than hosting, because more than that was thrown on us. When we host, we supposed to just host. They supposed to already have the entertainment there together, whatever, and we supposed to just help conduct that event for that night. What we do, we're putting on the show. We're doing more than hosting it.
Basically, you're producing and hosting.
Exactly. So when you're producing, there's a whole lot that go into that. When you're hosting, well, you can just get there and like, okay, what are comedians? Who's this? What we got? Bow, bow, bow. That is much more relaxing. That's like us going and telling our jokes and just bringing the next person up on stage. That is a lot of people when you got to get the talent, look the talent, coordinate the talent, do all the backstage and stuff. When, like you said, when you're producing, it will make you pull your hair out. That's why that would happen. You started that last month.
These damn little things on my head right now is like fruit roll-ups. No, I don't even know if there's a gray flavor or was a vanilla flavor. It don't even match. My eyes, it's a miracle that I don't have Samsonite luggage under my eyes.
I have Hermes bags, baby.
What you said? What you call them?
Hermes.
Hermes.
Yeah, or those bags. I got Louis Vuitton under my eyes. Hermes bag.
Don't use that.
Hermes. You can't. Whatever. Molly,
you can't.
Video, baby. Whenever you set it up, let's roll them out.
You can't use Louis Vuitton.
Yes, I can.
They want reparations. Yeah, you can't use Louis Vuitton.
No. Yes, I can, because they ain't gonna get it. It's like we ain't gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Woo, woo, woo.
You so silly.
Let's get into this first video. Let's get into that, y'all.
Faced unimaginable injustice and tragedy. Henrietta was sick, battling cervical cancer 1950, unaware that her cells would become one of the most vital tools in medical history. But here's the shocking part. Her cells were taken without her consent. Henrietta's cells, known as HeLa cells, possess a remarkable ability to multiply indefinitely, and they have been used by scientists all over the world for decades. Yes, that's right. Everyone has her cells, which enabled huge advances in medical science, such as developing the polio vaccine, cloning, gene mapping, and in vitro fertilization. Yet, the story of Henrietta Lacks, this forgotten hero, is one of immense injustice and the exploitation of an African-American woman who never received recognition or compensation for her invaluable contribution. Henrietta Lacks, a Black woman who faced unimaginable...
Now, they say Henrietta Lacks, a Black woman. Then they go back and say African-American woman. Then they say a Black woman. That just lets you know, people, she was a woman of a certain hue.
Color.
She was a certain color. Good morning, Kenneth. And if everybody has her have her cells, right? Then is she the mother of creation again? Even to in vitro fertilization. The in vitro fertilization, I did not know about that, but I knew about the cancer and all of that, and I knew about the polio vaccine. See, when you don't know, you know. I learned something new today. And it's like, wow. And it's most unfortunate because right there at Johns Hopkins Hospital where they did this stuff at. They took her. I bet they did it to a lot of people. I don't know how that got out. That was leaked out. I guess they was like, oh, this is no big deal. But they took her cells. I wonder could they have saved her? But I play the devil advocate. Did they purposely take her and her body for science?
Hell yeah. Yes, they did.
You know, I used to hear people say, do not put organ donor on your driver's license. That they will let you expire to try to harvest your organs if you are an organ donor. I don't know how true that is. I mean, I will hope that the doctors have the Hippocratic oath to save and preserve life if they can. But I know there are some Dr. Frankensteins out there. There are some Dr. Jekylls and Dr. Hydes that will purposely let you expire or try to make you expire early to get said organs so they can do their experiment, because they need live patients. And sometimes they need the liveness with the real one. What do you think about that?
I know they do. I honestly believe they do. I mean, they've been doing, what do you call, studies for a long time. They used to list them in the newspaper and flyers and everything else. We'll pay you $7,500 if you do this and over time, and that's just how they get it, and then they give it whatever it is they got. Now us as black people, and there's another one. Us as black people,
NIH do that as well too. NIH asks for all these case studies to take different medications and do this thing, and they
yes.
Sometimes there'll be compensation involved in that.
I mean, do you remember the young black man that died? He collapsed on the basketball court in a high school basketball game. Had a heart attack. He had just had a physical, but he had a heart attack. And when the parents went to bury him, and mom was like, I think I want to donate his parts, to some young, and to find out this young man had none. They had took all of his innards out without her consent. That was global news.
Wow. Good morning, Miss Felicia. Good morning, Robert. Good morning, Kenneth. You mean to tell me? Yeah, it's like they're bandits. I've heard
stem cells.
Oh, stem cell research, most definitely. I heard of some funeral homes doing that, hustling your body parts, like they was dope dealers. They go in and you're right, and their innards are taken out. If they got good organs and they can sell it, it's on the black market.
Yes,
you should do that. Stem cell research is big. They were taking the placenta. I don't know if anybody knows. It's the only people that I guess had the procedure done. But when you like having abortions and stuff like that, you have to give them permission to take the fetus. When you're signing papers, you got to be careful what you sign, I guess, and they have to have your permission to do whatever they're going to do with the aborted fetus. Even though
not just the aborted fetus, I didn't know that you weren't allowed. See, if a woman has a hysterectomy or whatever, and they're taking all of this out, it has to be documented that they're removing all of this stuff, and I would have to sign to say that they can have this stuff, but we can't have it ourselves.
Yeah. I wanted my gallbladder. They wouldn't give me my gallbladder because I wanted to see, because they said I had stones when they had to take it out. I asked, could I have it? Then they didn't give it to me.
but it belongs to you. I don't know why, but however, you have to sign documents and say because at one time, remember that they were giving black females hysterectomies for no reason.
They still doing it, and then they made perm. You get a relaxer, then you ain't got to worry about giving.
So you know that's crazy because we used to make lye soap and take a bath with it, and it didn't harm us. They used to wash our hair with lye soap that they made. So what else is in the perm that would make a person end up with cancer?
Look, that lie is a lie. But isn't lye soap just fat? Pink.
I don't remember the ingredients. I just remember how they would stand out there with they used a wooden spoon to stir it.
And in a tub, a big old tub.
Yeah. They would
cleaned a lot of stuff. Floors.
Yeah.
Washing clothes. So lye soap would strip the oil right out your skin. There used to be a soap. Not Lever 2000. It wasn't Lever. It was another soap, and it was really good.
It was oxidizer soap. You could throw it in the daggone washer and keep it moving. Just a little pinch.
No, this is body soap that they had on the market. And me and my grandmother, we suffer from eczema. And at first, we thought this soap was great because our skin was all nice and shiny and oily. We did not know the name. I can't think of the name of that soap. It was stripping the oil from my skin. That's why it looked all nice and shiny because as it came through. And then next thing you know, a week or two later, we was dry as the plank of wood. We was like, woo, we was dry. So, and we had to stop using that soap because it messed our skin up. It was a brown soap. Hey, I can't think of the name.
What was it wrapped in? Because I remember the oxidizer soap was in a red, white, and blue packet.
This was a red and white package. It was white with red
stripes. Was it stripes? That's the oxidizer soap. It was like lava.
No, lava. That's the name. I think that's the name of it was lava.
That was lava was a construction soap. That was the white wash off the grease and grime off of you. You weren't meant to take a bath with that soap.
They had it in the soap section, and
how crazy is that? That stuff
we was getting it from Kmart or somewhere like that, and we was getting the lava soap because it wasn't Lever 2000. I think it was lava. It was white with red.
It was in a red packet with white and silver writing on it. I remember lava because
white. Ours was in a white pack, the one that I'm talking about, and it was the brown color, beige looking soap. It was a little darker than Safeguard. And me and my grandma, we was like, "Oh, this is good. Use this on your skin. It'll make your skin really nice and smooth and oil." It was stripping my skin from the oil. Like I said, it started out good.
It had sandpaper or some shit in it. It had that grit in it.
I don't know what it was, but all I know it was cleaning the hell out of my body.
You know how you get the bodies, the facial wash so it's to clean your pores.
The Physoderm. We used to use
what you call that? I think I have some where it's a face cleanser. You put it on your face and then you clear your pores, and then you rinse your face and stick.
The oxygen one, or
I can't remember.
Some face cleaner too, right in there.
Yeah, it's got the little rocks in it that cleans your pores, that takes all of that out your pores to open your pores. That's what
facial scrub.
Yes, that's what. Yeah, that's what lava has in it, but it also has some other stuff in there that really shouldn't be used. And then you have to afterwards it dehydrates your face, and then you have to hydrate your face, similar to olive oil, but it's a different moisture mixture. Damn, I should have went.
That soap was lava, LAVA. That's so. And then I got to go look it up and show y'all what I'm talking about. I wonder do they still make it. It says body soap. It said they had said, you know, the soap. Good morning, Margie. Hey, Cuzzo. Happy New Year, baby. Good morning, Phil Page. Round 2, number 2. Good morning, Robert. And good morning, Felicia. Let me see if I miss anybody else. Woo! This is day 2 of the year, honey. I gotta get the stats up. Molly, set up the next video while we talking about soap that stripped the body. This is Turn Up Tuesday. And Harrietta Helax. Me and Lee taking a trip down memory lane. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. Let me see what they saying out here. Oh, you know what? I would like everybody that's out there that's on the link, right, to go to the YouTube link for the show. It's under Reese Cup NYE and hit the subscribe button. It's totally free to subscribe to my channel. That you'll get all of the latest videos that I'll do and all the promos and all that stuff will be on my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel, y'all. It's called Reese Cup NYE. And subscribe. I want to get my likes and my shares and subscription up. Even the people on Facebook, y'all can still go to YouTube. The people that see me on Instagram and everything, go to YouTube and just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost a thing. And all you doing is hitting subscribe, letting the people know, hey, I like this. Okay. That's all I'm okay. Okay. And okay, John.
Under father. All the fathers said, amen. When the boy is little, does he need his mother? Yes. So mother's in the first position, father's in the second position. When the boy gets older, he needs his father. Controversial, more than his mother. Because what happens when a boy is little, a mom's instincts are protect him, feed him, nurture him, keep him out of harm's way, make sure he succeeds and he feels good about himself. When he's in his 20s, dad says, you need to let him grow up, make some mistakes, stumble over his own feet, earn his own food, get off the payroll, lose a little bit. If you don't have a father who steps in those crucial years, you get boys all the way to retirement. They never become men. Young men are over-mothered, under-fathered.
Okay, did y'all hear what he said? What do you think about that? What he said makes sense, right? That when the baby is born or the son is born at the beginning, it needs its mother. And as the child get older, it needs the father to put foot in his butt to get some gumption about him, to make him get off the payroll, stand up and be a man part. I agree. But I also agree that we have some tough mothers out there that's able to do that as well. Not as many, because mothers are more nurturing and caring. We want to try to fix our sons' boo-boos and try to make it easy for the son. The daddy was like, get your lazy butt out there and get a job, get to working, get out of my house. Sometimes the fathers, they need to be around to give the sons that extra push. Because the mother's like, oh, what's happening? Let me make it easy. I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it even with my own son. We got to cut the apron strings, ladies. We do. And got to send these boys out there to be man. I take my own full responsibility for whatever, lacking in as far as raising my son. Did I coddle him? I coddled him to death. And I think I coddled him not just because he's a boy or whatever, but he's my only child. And he did not have to compete for any of my time other than work. Other than work, he got all of my time. He got all of my attention. Everything I do is for that one kid. So hell yeah, I should have cut the apron string with him a long time ago. I should have spoiled him. My aunt keeps saying that she remember. She make me mad when she say this story. But she said she remember my son in the store and he wanted a game. We didn't have it in the budget. So I sacrificed some bill money to get him a game money because he was so sad and he really wanted this game and everything. And did I do that? Yeah, I did. You never supposed to do that. But that's back in the time where Tyree was an A student. He was really bright. He was doing exceptional in school and everything. And I promised him something. And I didn't have the money to deliver it at that time. So I kept my word. And I got it for him. Even though I had to shuck and jive and mess up on some bill or pay a bill late. She was mad at me because she was telling me that I was not doing that correctly because that was not going to, he need to understand the word no. He need to understand some disappointment. And she was absolutely right. You can't get your way. We don't get our way. But this generation of kids that we're raising, you can look back and say, yeah, they want their way. They don't understand the word no because everything is given. They didn't understand the word earn, but he earned it with his grades. And I was just trying to keep my integrity, keeping my word. So, but she said, yeah, you spoiled Tyree. You messed him up. You gave him this, you did this and did that. I did the best that I could do, what I thought was right. There's no book on parenting. There's no, this is how you raise a son. This is how you raise a girl. Because every child is different and unique, just like fingerprints. And there's going to be some trials and errors. There's going to be some trials where you are triumphant. And there's going to be some times where you messed up. Man, I messed that up. I freaked that up bad. That's life, right? That don't mean you throw the child away and start all over the project. Nope. You just pick up wherever you messed up and keep it moving. Just like this big old bowl. Keep it rolling. Lee, what you got to say about the video? Oh, we saw a male child needs the father.
Of course they need their father. They need their father before they become 20 years old, though. He said 20 years old. Where the hell you been most of his life? He ain't got shit to say to you after 20. Your ass don't even exist. Where you been? Seriously, he says when they turn 20. So they mama's babies until they took the rule of thumb for that was back when I was coming up, it's mama's babies, daddy's maybe. So if you want to come into his life at 20, he ain't got nothing for you. You really can't tell him anything. He's either want your love or you to show him or something. He want love from you. He want to understand why you weren't there, why you want to talk to me now. You wouldn't did you buy my shoes? Did you change my diaper, Dad? How big is my nuts, Daddy? You know, where were your nuts? Why weren't you there? And you're gonna try to tell him something. No, he need his daddy at 8, 7, 8, 9 years old to show him how to pee without the toilet seat falling on it. You know, they go, you train the little boy, put his penis up there to pee, because mama been trying to show him with the water bottle, you know.
I didn't use a water bottle to show my son. I made him I grabbed it and said, hold it like this, and it made him hold it like this. I said, when you pee, this is how, and then don't make it in the bowl. And he made it in the bowl, like, yay, because he had to get control. Don't pee all on the seat and the floor, which, of course, that happened a lot.
Yeah.
Then when he got big enough, I made him clean up his own pee, and it stopped getting on the floor in the toilets when he had to clean it up
himself. I mean, but what is he talking about? 20 years old?
He's saying that that the man needs to be in the boy's life before he gets 20. He's saying that he can get him off the payroll, so he could kick him off the payroll, make a man up. Molly, play that back again. He wasn't saying that he coming around at 20. You know, he was saying
that's what I heard.
He was saying that he needed to be, you know, that influence with having manly. Because women, we all soft. We're not going to be hard on our sons like we're supposed to. I
I was hard on my daughter that turned my son. And look at
Is that
her
why
now.
your daughter turned into a son because you was hard on her like a boy?
No, that's just my gene.
Oh, okay.
That's just my gene. My genes are strong. I am my daddy's child.
No, okay, you are your daddy's child. But he was saying that he needs, the father to kick him off the payroll.
I heard what he said.
Pension.
But he said, Mama, it's Mama the first half, Daddy the second half. And I'm like, half? I mean, this is a 50-50 thing, yeah, but if you're in the household, what were you doing? Just letting Mama tell him what to do and you ain't said nothing?
Well, at the beginning, a lot of daddies don't say nothing. Let the child until he get a certain age, so they're able to become little Joe Rockhead. Then they say, "Come on, let's go out and do the ball. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do that."
And that should be about 3-4 years old.
Yeah, right? Because when I think back, I roughed house with my son, and I had 2 uncles. And I do have a couple of brothers, so my son had to go. That when they was seeing him with Tyrese, look, they was rough housing. Come on, Tyrese, come on, let's get rough. But a boy child need that, because I ain't gonna sit there and box him all day, every day. Because I'm just not. But every time he would see my brother, whatever, he go fight, come on, fight. And he come on, fight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that guy. I don't know where that guy. I mean, well, maybe that's just maybe that's a European.
A different color. The way
I was going to say that's the European way. Too bad they didn't teach us that way. Oh, damn, that was good. That was good. I like that. I got to write that down. Hold on.
Molly, set up the next video, baby. The European way. Oh, the contractor was going to be on the show today because he had pictures, but he didn't want us to show the pictures. He wanted us to wait till he's on the show, I guess, so he could explain to us each photo. But I got his pictures from beginning to the end. We're going to save those for when he's actually on the show with us, so he can go through and explain the process that he do when he's doing this thing. So we're not going to get into that one. But we got the next video up.
No. And guess what? I don't work with all I can get. What I work with is what I have. Listen, you have to have some confidence in the power of African people amongst ourselves to establish a foundation. We haven't. We have utter chaos in our cities, and you got to see that. You can have a program. I'm not saying we've built a lot of institutions, and those institutions have not been effective. The majority of millions of African youth in this country are dying mentally, dying spiritually, dying emotionally, dying academically. And you may have a program, Mr. Brown may have a program, but what we got to talk about is an American government that tracks millions of African people who don't go to your program, don't go to Brown's program. Millions of African people, not only here, but all around the world. And if we are not honest enough to say who are our friends, who are our enemies, to know what a friend is, to know what an enemy is, we will constantly be trying to get into people's parties, to shake our butts with them, to get them to like us. And that's not the question. The question is, what can we build amongst ourselves to secure ourselves from our enemies so that we will be able to survive into the future?
That was Sister Soldier, y'all. Was that Dr. Cornel West that she was reading?
That's who it sounded like. That's who it looked like.
That looked like Dr. Cornel West that she was reading. She was giving his butt an earful, but he was up there. And I love Dr. West, but Sister Soldier had the floor right there, honey. And I totally agree with what she was saying. Wow, Lee, she said a lot. Did you understand what she was saying?
Yeah, we have no foundation. We're always against each other. They think that we have one because they've made it up there. But and what about the rest of us? What you do? Take the ladder and climbed up and take it with you? Because you're not doing
You know who
anything.
that sound like that took the ladder with him? Clarence, Tom, Judge,
He did. He did. You know, and most times, and I'm gonna tell you some of my previous advocating and protests. I protested years ago about the police force, you know, not saying I do security work, but I protested against, you know, having the jump out boys, the narc squad. There's a way in doing things that you don't have to run people over and choke them and stomp them out and kill them. Yeah. I mean, it's just the way they handled us versus in another neighborhood, you know, in our county neighborhoods, you know, like it's just we will tell on each other before we tell on anybody else. It's still like that. It's still got that. Yes, it's like Dr. King said, I gotta shake the slave off me. I used to have a ringtone on my phone when ringtones was really popular. My phone would ring and say, "Better not answer that." Master said, "Don't answer that phone. Better not answer that phone. Master gonna get you."
Did you say slave off of you? That's yes. New words for PTSD. I will call that post-traumatic slave syndrome
disorder.
Nice. Some people don't like the word SLAVE, but
you know they saying there's been a third professor that got terminated from a job in Florida for saying the word in school.
Well, Florida is different. If you say anything now, where that used to be the hotbed of saying stuff like that with the sundown states and all of that. But now, if you make mention of it, it's critical. They're just deflecting. That's just, you know, I don't even pay that no mind.
Yeah, I mean, there's been another professor, 6 figures, and he lost his job for it. I'm like, it's got white people on edge because they want to teach about it, and they like, oh shit, I ain't no nigga gonna get me fired. Now let me quit saying that word. That's a bad one. Nigga got me fired.
But you said that was one of the things you was protesting for. What was the other thing that you was protesting for?
Paper and plastic.
They're getting ready to do that again. They're getting ready to get rid of certain bags.
Plastic.
Again, why is it that every new year it's the same new lies? You know, it shouldn't be resolution. They should be New Year's lies because the resolution don't resolve nothing. At the beginning of the year, everybody want to be a better than, but what about the rest of the year? Okay. I know you get to February and March, every declaration that they made and said they're going to change this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, fall by the wayside. If you could do it for 28 days, it becomes a habit. So that's what I'm trying to do, something for 28 days to see if it becomes a habit.
Let's do more.
For me without potato chips. So let's see if I can make that a habit.
Let's do more than 28 days for the habit because most women have a period for 28 days. I refuse to believe that they want that habit. You know, that was funny. That's the way my brain is stuck on tequila, Corona, and Bud Light. So it's still up there. It's draining down. It's all gonna filter out. I'm gonna go on a dry week for a minute. So just don't pay me. And there's another. I'm trying to think of. It was something else I advocated for.
Mom, we got time for one more video while Lee thinking about what else she advocated for. While she's thinking about it, Kenneth Clark said the real live Sister Soldier. Yep. And good morning to David Grady is watching with us. Good morning. real live Sister Soldier. Yes, it was. Lee, what else did you advocate for? Did you let me ask you this. Did
I
you protest
protested.
for great gay rights?
No,
Okay.
I did not. Gay Association. I gave a substantial donation back in the day, but when they started doing all that extra, I kind of I don't know where I fit in there. So won't nobody give me like last night. This young lady was trying to explain to me about her trans friends. Okay, and me and another comic, we're sitting there listening to her, and we both looked at each other like we were just dumbfounded as fuck because we didn't understand what she was talking about inferior interrelationship of I said inter what? I still didn't get it, so I had to go to drinking to try to get my mind right.
You need to stop drinking. Come on, get it right, Lee. You want to be like Gil Scott Hearn and stay out of the bottle.
I told her, I said, you're another one that's gonna drive me to drinking. I said, are you I said, are you trans? And she said, no, I'm all woman. I said, okay. I said, and you have roommates. She said, well, they have what they call like I call it a fucking orgy. Excuse me. I call it an orgy. But it's 3 or 4 people in the one relationship.
What do you mean? She's a natural woman,
Mhm.
and that means she has ovaries and produce eggs, but she has relationships with men that look like women that have sperm.
Yeah, they're trans.
So the men are trans and she's straight and they have sex together.
Yeah, but they have sex with
bisexual. The men are bisexual. Then they go, you know, they go in the hole, they go in the butt, they go in the coochie, they go in the butt, they like it all. They're freaks.
and then, yeah, and then they got he has a boyfriend.
Okay, they just freaks.
I mean, but we're not supposed to say that anymore.
Well, I said, you can't say freaks. They freaky deaky. They freaking.
This guy said you can call him anything you want, but don't call him a fag or a freak.
How about nasty?
I said that too. I said nasty.
Fly.
I said,
you want to plug a butt? That's.
I told him, whatever you do, that's your business. I said, God, I said, whatever you do, we don't need to know what you do. Exactly. If you want to come out here and wear a dress, wear a dress. I said, there's so many cultures that's got long gear that look like dresses. So why you got to politicize yours? Just wear your dress and come the heck out.
Yeah, I mean, they say they're making it the same. Like, I like the old gay versus the new gay. The old gay, they didn't go around and say I'm every woman, it's all in me. Even if they was wearing a dress, they didn't have to say I'm gay. If you were a man in a dress, you just go on about your business like a man in a dress, in a full gab, all of that. But now they go out, they got a twirl. I'm transgender. I'm a cis male. I'm a male. I'm gonna call you a cis male or a cis woman. I'm this. I'm that. Excuse me. I don't need no suffixes or prefixes on what I am. I know what I am.
It's not suffix. They're not even looking for suffixes and prefixes now. They're looking for pronouns.
No, they're putting the suffixes and prefixes on me. They're telling me what I am. They're telling me that I'm a cis female. No, boo. I'm just female. I don't add anything extra. So
wait
you
a
can
minute.
add whatever you want to you.
But wait a minute. Stop. They called you a cis female?
That's what they call natural women. The woman that produces eggs and all that. And the natural woman, they call it a cis female.
Do you realize that's what we used to call gay boys sissies?
So why don't the gay boys be called cis female?
That's what we used to.
Why don't they call it that?
They called us that we called them sissies, and they called gay girls bulldaggers.
Yeah, I remember the bulldog, and I remember the word dyke.
Sissy.
I remember those words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We were plain and simple. It was because if you were a man and you wanted to dress like a woman, that's your business. We didn't say, oh, you're transgender, this, and that. If you was a man and you wanted to dress like a woman, you was a cross dresser. If you was a man and you wanted to live like a woman, that's just what you were.
You were sis.
Drag. You were drag queen. That and you know, but
See,
now
my era was sissy.
I mean, I wonder, do RuPaul consider himself a transgender male, or do he consider himself a drag queen?
What did his show say?
Drag race and all of that.
There you go. That's it.
RuPaul
That's it. That's all. I just know I can't go into Kentucky without some girl clothes. I mean Tennessee without girl clothes.
What?
Tennessee, they do not want motherfuckers. If you're a woman, you need to be dressed like a woman. They trying to put motherfuckers in bonnets and shit down there.
So if you're a girl, you gotta dress like. Is that for real in Tennessee? The state of Tennessee.
The state of Tennessee, they ban drag shows.
Really?
Yeah. RuPaul was down there in Memphis when they was doing that thing.
Wow.
That's
an interesting topic for a show one day.
Yeah, you want me to tell you?
Banned.
I think what happened was one of the administrators got gender fished. And he pissed the fuck up. This motherfucker that sucked my winky, and it's a man. Okay.
And it's a man. Oh well, you know that's true because people get killed. When they find out that they was gender fished, some people go off and be like, "Wait a minute, you gender fished me, and I didn't know." And then you got those freaky men that likes the other gender, that like to be gender fished, and once they find out, and if they think you gonna tell, they kill you.
No, it's not once they find out. It's once somebody find out. It's like a girl giving up the ass and screaming rape because he don't went and told everybody.
You know, there was this case on Fatal Attraction. I was just watching last night, and this guy, you know, little tough guy, you know, regular dude, right? He liked dating transgender women.
Oh, really?
He was going over this transgender person's house to get it in, but the transgender person's brother or somebody was there. He was like, "Wait a minute, I thought we was alone. And he was like, "Can't nobody know his secret." He killed the transgender woman and her brother.
Wow!
Because he was living
a double life.
To do what he look. If you like booty hole, you like booty hole, man. If that's what you like, that's what you like. But he was so afraid of his secret getting out that he killed the woman and the guy. It ended up riding around in the man's car. He had Shantae's car. He done killed Shantae and the brother because he said, "Oh," the brother walked out the room. "Oh, I didn't know you had company. I'll give you your space." And the brother went into another room. The brother got up and left. That dude was like, "Oh," he was going off. "Oh, I thought we was alone. You just, you know, like," and she was like, "It's just my brother." "Yeah, but my brother see your face now, and he know who you are and know that you flip flop." And JoJo could attest to this because me and JoJo had to talk about this. A lot of people are what you call institutional gay. Like they go in there when do they bid, they banging men out. They come home and they go back to a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like in the movie American Me. If you used to doing certain things, you won't want that certain stuff. And a woman, when you come home, a woman ain't gonna satisfy that. So then you gonna be flip-flopping and be like, no, I want to transgender. But that's you. That just means that you have an attraction to the opposite sex. Because my father and brother was like, if you're straight, you're not gonna want to even play there. If that's not you, you gotta have something to make you go that way anyway. It gotta be something in you for you to want to go that way anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's not oh, I'm locked up, Lee. Spread them, open up. I'm locked up. You know, and then you come home. What? Ew, get away from me.
Now, I was reading something, and it was saying that when these guys come home from jail, that they tend to come out with hepatitis, and they're trying to cure these guys from this hepatitis before they get out. So, and hepatitis it's a very bad disease. They said most of the ones that come out of jail come out with the hepatitis. So if they release a bunch of guys, I would truly say get tested.
Kenneth said they call straight men cis, C-I-S. Cis men and cis women, right? With the C-I-S, not the sissy at the S-I-S-S-Y, not that sissy, but cis. And
They call who?
That's what they calling straight people, cis. You're a cis male or you're a cis woman. And Kenneth also said that the pronouns, that these pronouns is garbage. He said that he's tired of the pronouns. He said pronoun stuff is on his nerves. He's tired of it. I'm tired of it too. Because somebody asked me Sunday, Lee, they said, what is Lee's pronoun? I said, Lee. They said, what do you call Lee? Lee.
The next time they ask you, say master.
Hey, they don't damn master. They just say, well, what is the pronoun? What is her pronoun? What does she want? Because some people, like, you know, I call you by your name. That's just like you are who you are. Althea is Althea. Reese is Reese. I don't go by I am a she, her, me, you know, and what I am she, I'm her, but I don't have to do all the extra. Just call me by my name. Call me by my initials.
Listen, I'm changing my name to Master.
And then everybody be calling you Master. I ain't gonna call you. What's up, Em? I'll be calling you by your name. Look, the entertainer did that joke. He said,
I ain't calling no nigga delicious.
He said there was a country boy. No, you heard about CJ?
No.
Like, CJ. He said his friend CJ, and that's his name. And he said, well, CJ, what is your real name? What y'all everybody call you? He said, just call me by my initials. No. The guy was like, what's your name? What they call you? He said, just call me by my initials. And he was like, what do you mean? Call me by my initials. He said, by my initials. Call me by my initials. He said, hey, by my initials. And the guy was like, why did you call it CJ that? Call me by my initials. And he was so country, he don't call me by my initials.
I remember him telling that. That was funny.
It's so funny because you do have to say, huh? What you say? Like when I was talking to the contractor, he said, call me John the contractor. I said, huh? What you say? Because he got an accent on certain words. And I was like, what? What you say?
You heard his names, right? I said carpenter.
You was calling him the carpenter. He was like, it's not the carpenter. And I'm calling him the conductor. He said, it's not the conductor. I'm calling him the convent. I said, you just the con, but it's the contractor.
Listen, it went so
I said, contractor. You know, contractor. He did contract to something. He caught a case of the Reese's.
Oh,
Like
no,
Woo, give you
no. But I tell you what, Brenda Joy was funny. She was pretty funny too.
yes, she was. And she
'Cause
knows the comedy, so she didn't take anything that Dawu was saying to heart, you know.
no, she did.
Yeah. So
That will get you canceled, boy.
Dawu Shabazz, but I love it. He got that dark humor. He straight go for the jugular. He ain't playing with it. He said, play with it, but don't play with it. It was funny. And I understood, I could relate. But you know, yeah, that you can't. He couldn't go to the electric palm.
He mess around in that ship that slave ship that got lost would be parked right there for his ass.
Yeah, you know, so, or the beer meister or the that beer house, the German beer house. When we go up there, they looking at us like, where are your shackles at? I'm like, no damn slave. Big Mama, get in the kitchen to fix us something to eat. I ain't no damn Big Mama.
Oh, what was that?
When you go,
it was some show.
Comedy.
Hey, it was some show that I was watching. I can't remember it, but I don't remember exactly this because the black woman came in, and the white guy told her. She said, "What do you need me to do?" He said, "What I need you to do is go in the kitchen and fix us something to eat." And she looked at.
Roll the next video. Set it up. What she said? She looked at him and did what, Lee?
She looked at him. She said, and it went off. So I guess it's a part 2 coming. I've been trying to find this. I was just strolling through the TV and that part hit. I don't know if it was an infomercial or what. All I know is that's what he said, and it just went off. And I'm like, I need to see more because I need it, and it just went away. I'll find it. I'm gonna find it again.
Coach is shop.
I don't. It made me think I had been asleep.
Like the contractor said, when he's doing his job, right? Did you hear him say this yesterday? He said that when he employed white people and Latino other people, that when people go on his construction site and wanted to talk to the boss, the first person they go to is the white guy. He said that he sit back and watch them. Why would you just assume the white guy is the boss on those construction sites? Because there are a lot of them, they are. But I love it when I see black people taking over and doing what they need to do. We master builders build. We're not just workers. We also the boss. And he down there, he said he worked with his crew. He said they work together. And my father is like that. My dad don't sit back. And I think my daddy should. My daddy's 70 years old. I think he should do more of the sitting back than the digging in with the hands. You know, he's right on the roof with the people. He right there sewing and doing everything with the people. Oh my God! The last time we had a scare, he up on the roof with the people and had a heat stroke. He got. I'm like, if you don't get your old ass off that roof, sorry, your old off that roof, the top of the roof, like you a youngin, and you up there, your head just shaking, and you up there. Get off that roof, Junebug. Get off that roof.
Hey, let me tell you, I've done roofing on some very, very large, tall buildings. This one house in Mullen, South Carolina, I was on this roof, and I was right in the gully of one side, and this roof had a peak that's like this, just straight. And I got in there, and I was on my knees. I had the pads on my knees, and I was hitting it. I had my hammer. I loaded it, and I went to slide down, and my knee pad slid, and I was hanging off the side of the roof. there had to be, let's see, it was 4, 5, 7 stories high, hanging on with a nail. I took that hammer. I had my nail and hammer, which if I flip it over, it's a claw hammer.
Right.
And I threw that sucker right into that roof, and I was holding on. This hand right here, if I ever have to jack or stroke off anything, I could break it off. That's how I held on to that hammer. And they managed to get a ladder up there for me to get down. So I can understand your daddy being scared.
Some people on by saying, I held on to that hammer. If I have to jack or stroke off with this hand, you know, you probably turn somebody, they're like, oh, she got a strong hand. Let me get Lee. You should strong hand. You're like, that's a strong hand.
Hey, and I could do it without using my thumb.
Did that posable thumb make that monkey go bananas? Okay, something wrong with you, Molly. Let's see one more video. This is going to be our last video of the day, Molly. Because we're going to wrap up the show with Lee and her posable thumb and jerking and grabbing, breaking stuff off with the strong hand. Molly, where video at, Molly? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but it's scary, man, when you're doing that type of work. So you having a scare with your dad of a stroke, he could have fell off.
Yeah, that's why I said, and in the heat. And he know he shouldn't have been up there, but my father is one of the people. He said Death gonna have to catch him. So I mean, he probably be on a job site doing something, so he don't know how to sit down. And maybe that's where I get my resilience from. And I do want to say, years ago, it's been some years, he had throat cancer too. He's a cancer survivor as well, prostate and throat.
Amen.
Throat cancer was always the stage 4 cancer. So they had to take all of his voice tissue and all that stuff. He has a trach. He has to have a permanent trach. And they said that his stuff was so messed up that he couldn't get a voice box. The sound that he makes when he talks is him. They said they took all that. The doctor said he would never speak. But I'm like, why he don't never close his mouth? You know, my daddy gonna find a way to speak. He's like, forget that. Sign language will give him arthritis. He put his little finger in his trach, and he is producing sound. He'll be like, Rancy, didn't I tell you? And he don't have a voice box. They couldn't give him one because he said his vocal cords were so eroded, so ate up. They couldn't give him a voice box. He is his own voice box. He got up there when my nephew passed in November, and he got up there at the funeral, and he was talking to the. And it is just so funny how, you know, they was like, he ain't gonna be able to, he ain't gonna be there. Everything they said he wasn't gonna do, he did. And who comes back from stage 4 cancer? Nothing but the grace of God was on.
Amen.
He didn't come back with a big damage or losing something, but he back. And he's on 70 years old. He'll be 71 this year. 70 years old. Still busting it.
Congratulations.
Like, you know.
Hey, that tells me that you have about 60 more years left.
God willing.
Why you say it like that?
Toxic ass shit that people tend to say. I know we just met, but I feel like we soulmates. This is called love bombing. If you really love me, you would do this for me. This is called an ultimatum. Something is wrong with you. You need help. This is called victim blaming. Why are you even here if you think I'm so terrible then? This is called gaslighting. You're not capable of understanding this. This is called patronizing. I never asked you to do that. This is called non-recognition. Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. This is called faux apology. I'm a good person. This is called deflecting criticism. Stop overreacting. This is called minimizing. You made me do this. This is called blame shifting. I can't do nothing right. This is called playing the victim. Nobody else will put up with this. This is called guilt tripping. Why can't you be more like her? This is called triangulation. It was just a joke. This is called gaslighting. You taking this way too personally. This is called invalidation. Here we go again. You always do this shit. This is called absolutes. Try your hardest not to be this type of individual. Just keep
Molly,
that in
play
mind.
that again. I want Molly. I want to play it again, but I want to stop and read. This is what this is called. I want to break it down. Molly, bring it back. Molly. So he'd be working out to me in the morning too. Did you freeze up? Molly, bring that video back. I want us to play it back because I want to stop on the points. Boo, boo, boo. Molly, where you at? Where the video at? Let me get it here. And we played it back so the people could understand what they were saying. He was saying these are people. Hold up, let me see. Let me see when you see the video up there, Lee. I don't know where you at, Molly? Do you see a video up there yet?
Not yet.
Molly. Okay. Maybe it knocked him out. Molly, where you
at? Handling business. People be calling me at 11:30. We be in overtime sometimes. I be on the phone. What up?
I was looking for that video. Wanted you to play it back.
Oh, okay.
What up, Molly Mom?
What up, Lee?
What's up?
So I wanted the people to hear it. And he is right. We are going into overtime. We're about to cut it off after this. I just wanted them to see this. This video is about the types of people, what people say to us all the time. And we have heard it all. We have said these exact things. And this is what they're saying. Try not to be like. Let's get it, y'all. Y'all catch it.
Okay, toxic ass shit that people tend to say. I know we just met, but I feel like we soulmates. This is called love bombing. If you really love me, you would do this for me. This is called an ultimatum. Something is wrong with you. You need help. This is called victim blaming. Why are you even here if you think I'm so terrible then? This is called gaslighting. You're not capable of understanding this. This is called patronizing. I never asked you to do that. This is called non-recognition. Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. This is called faux apology. I'm a good person. This is called deflecting criticism. Stop overreacting. This is called minimizing. You made me do this. This is called blame shifting. I can't do nothing right. This is called playing the victim. Nobody else will put up with this. This is called guilt tripping. Why can't you be more like her? This is called triangulation. It was just a joke. This is called gaslighting. You taking this way too personally. This is called invalidation. Here we go again. You always do this shit. This is called absolutes. Try your hardest not to be this type of individual. Just keep that in mind.
That was 15. I'm gonna try my hardest not to be that type of individual because I know I say a lot of that stuff. A lot. You know, from the gaslighting, from the validation, the invalidation. Look, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, and we getting off the air, Lee. Get Shades of Blue in your morning. This is called advertising. At Volleyball Sea Moss. Right there, we got a special going for y'all. Sea Moss, 8-ounce jar sea moss with Shades of Blue. Lee, you want to say anything to take them out with?
Yes. Be nice, be kind to yourself, and don't make a resolution. Don't make one, because you need not lie to yourself. Just be you, do what you gotta do, and handle your business. 2024 is a lot of different doors. Open them. They're there. Back to you.
Wellness Wednesday, we're going to talk about some stuff that'll help get your body well, mentally and physically. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 10:30.
Peace.
It's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.